Hey there, it's the
Hello.
second day of the Accelerate Conference 2022, the first session. And today we are discussing not just social media, but we are discussing one aspect of social media that really has determined the level, the depth that a lot of careers have gone in the new normal. LinkedIn optimization for top ranking. And today we have an expert in that field, someone who has done great stuff in and out of the tech scene. Dele Fayemi, good to see you. How are you doing? You're excellent.
Hello, Basti. Good to have you. Thank you very much. How are you doing today?
Fine, great. How have you been? New Year holiday.
Oh, yeah, it has been awesome. Nice to have you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this conference, the Accelerate Conference, is our annual event at the Open House where we basically share ideas, we make projections, and we carry out introspections of what has gone. So this we do by bringing in tested and trusted and from various fields of human endeavor. And no doubt they have let us down. The last session we had Dr. Ken Kenwa and Mr. Francis. So today, as we move on, I would like to ask Mr. Fayemi to give us a little bit of background into himself before we jump right in. Just
All
a bit
right.
of yourself, sir.
All right. Once again, thank you for having me. My name is Dele Fayemi. I'm a tech enthusiast. I'm also a development practitioner. I work with development organizations in ensuring that impact is being maximized. I'm a UX and UI designer, and so I have a bit of an experience in the tech space where I work with organizations that want to maximize their uh, their user experience and user interface design. Understand? And also, I'm also a skills instructor, a tech skill instructor. I work with young people, teach them about soft and hard skills that are needed for them to thrive in whatever space they find themselves. So I also teach people about one of the things I teach people is LinkedIn optimization, CV, making sure that their CVs are in good place, their resumes, and all of that. So basically, I think that's basically me. I work with organizations, I work with development organizations across the board. I think that's basically me.
Hmm. Well said. You know, yeah, it's product designer. That means you from your description, from your work, you design life, you design human lives. And I think any life that is designed, any life lived by design is the best. Yeah, it's putting down those plans in paper, making sure that those designs come true. And that I have seen in your explanation where you say you help people with soft skills as well. So how do you think soft skills will help people in this new age, this especially as we transition into the metaverse age, as we transition to the metaverse age? How do you think soft skills apply as a product designer you are?
Okay, I think definitely soft skills are very important, especially in this tech age. This tech age, a lot of tech skills are very important. Of course, which I will be talking about. I'll be talking about LinkedIn optimization today, which is one of the things I will be talking about today. But I think talking about your question, soft skills, I think communication is one of the wonderful things that people need, ability for you to be able to communicate effectively both offline and online. People need to know who you are. People need to know what you are giving to them. People need to know the value that you are giving to them. Ability to be able to communicate offline and online is a very important soft skill. So I think I will be infusing that into what I'll be talking about today on LinkedIn optimization.
Okay, now you have the floor. You can go on with your presentation.
All right. Okay. I was given a topic on the LinkedIn optimization for maximum impact, right? Uh, might get
For
it
top
wrong, but I
ranking visibility, yeah. Your sub team
top right
is LinkedIn
visibility.
optimization for top ranking visibility. Yeah, you're right.
Awesome. Awesome. So when I got the topic, because it's something that I've been doing for some time now, I think a lot of persons really need to work on their LinkedIn profile. Why am I saying that? Personally, I've been a product of someone that actually got opportunities via LinkedIn because of an optimized profile. So what I would say, what I'm going to start with letting people know that LinkedIn is not just a social media platform. It's not just a social media platform. It's not just a platform where you open and you go there and you start putting pictures of your day-to-day activities, putting pictures of your best clothes, putting pictures of your fashion sense, putting pictures of your religious belief and all of that, outing and all of that. You can do all of that on Instagram and Facebook as you like, but then LinkedIn is a professional website. And one of the things I normally tell young people is that when you go on LinkedIn, be very intentional about going on LinkedIn. You are going on LinkedIn as a tech person, as a business person, as a career person, or as a young person that is looking for a job or something, whatever you are doing. And if you want to like build success around a career, basically, you want to build success around the profession, it is good you are able to maximize your LinkedIn profile very well. And it's not just enough to have a LinkedIn profile. One of the things that you should do is to ensure that every part of your LinkedIn profile get is telling is giving the information about yourself to people. Let's say, for instance, you have a LinkedIn profile and you don't have an headline. You get you don't have an headline. There is no need having a LinkedIn profile without having an headline. The very first thing that people want to see in your LinkedIn profile, they want to see what you do. For those people that already have a LinkedIn profile, you will see that when you open your LinkedIn profile, the very first thing you see upside your display picture is your headline. Something like program manager, something like software engineer, something like UX designer, something like uh, product designer. You see it at that headline. That headline, you have to be very careful of the kind of thing you put in there, and you need to use power words when you are crafting your headline. It needs to be very visible, and you need to use power words. You don't just write anything that you want to put in your headline, because it is from your headline that people are going to see you. Prospective employers, prospective persons that want to give you gigs, prospective persons that want to like partner with you and all of that. That is one of the things that will get their attention. So you must be very intentional about what you put in your headline, in your LinkedIn profile. So you see some persons, you in their LinkedIn profile, they will just it's normally blank. It's very wrong to have a LinkedIn profile without headline. You don't just leave your headline like that. You need to put something catchy, and you need to use power words. What are some of the power words you can use? You can use power words like specialist, specialist, cyber security expert. You can use something like experienced program manager. You can use something like senior full stack engineer. You can use things like uh, uh, expert full stack engineer and all of that. whatever it is you are doing. So you should also use power words that will actually sell you out. So like I was saying earlier, I said something about communication, which is very important. You need to be able to communicate to people what they need to see and what you really stand for. So it's important to use the right power words. Yeah, so you cannot sell yourself short. You understand? You cannot sell yourself short by kind of maybe reducing your worth on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you have to go all out to let people know that this is what I am worth and this is what I am capable of doing. You get? So I think that's for the
Yeah.
headline. That's for the headline. Another important, please cut me short when you want me to cut. When you want to cut me short, let me know when you want me to cut. When you want to cut me short.
Go on. You have the floor. Go on. I will ask a question, but go on.
All right. So after your headline, another important area you need to let people know is that you need to let people know if you are open to jobs. You get? So some profiles, you just see that the profiles are there. People don't know if you are open for jobs. People don't know if you are working. People don't know if you are open for, let's say, a contract, or you are open for a gig or something. You get? You need to let people know about that. You get? Or if you are providing a service, you need to let people know that you are providing a service. So when you when you on your LinkedIn profile, you need to let people know that, okay, I am open for a job. What kind of job am I open for? Is it a part-time job? Is it a full-time job? And all of that. You need to put all of them there. They are very important in your profile, because when you say you are open for jobs, that is when recruiters can see that you are open for jobs. You understand? Some persons have a LinkedIn profile, but it's not displayed on their profile if they are open for jobs, but they are complaining that nobody is reaching
Yeah,
out to
good
them on
job.
LinkedIn,
Mm,
jobs and all of that.
mm.
But your profile is not
So,
saying that you
so,
are
so, so, so one has to be intentional about being on LinkedIn and what he put there.
exactly,
So
exactly.
you don't just put the power words like senior full stack developer and there. You're saying that
Yeah,
one has to also has attached to it that I am open for jobs. Is
yeah.
it still attached in a line, in one line? How do I say it? Would I just say, okay, open for jobs, open for contract, or partnerships? Can you help us out with that?
Okay, on your profile, on your LinkedIn profile, there's a place where you actually input it. You will see it visibly on your profile. You will see where they will say open for. You will see open for jobs. You will see open for providing services. So you now have to put the services that you are open for. Then for jobs, you have to impute the jobs that you are open for. You understand? If it's going to be part time, you
Yeah.
have to put if it's part time, this is full time, and locations also. And the location is also very important that you put in the location. Let's say, for instance, you are in Lagos or you are in Abuja, and you are looking for jobs in, let's say you are in, okay, let's say you are in Lagos and you are looking for jobs in Lagos, but on your profile it's showing that you are looking for jobs in Abuja. You get?
Mm,
That is already a problem.
mm,
You get? So you need to let people know that this is the location I'm looking for jobs. So how it happens is that when employers are searching for talent on LinkedIn, they normally add locations.
yeah.
You get? There's a way you normally look
Mm,
for applications, and you can be able to say, okay, this person is in this location, and this is the person's skill, and this is what the person does. You get? So we
so
can be able to
yeah.
locate easily when your location is there. You understand? So that is one of the things that you must be very intentional about in adding in your profile. So apart from that, one other thing is that you need to talk about your bio. In your bio, you need to really sell yourself out. Your bio, you need to sell yourself out. Uh, let's say, for instance, you want to talk about yourself. You can say you can use the second person pronoun to introduce yourself. You can say Dele or Basil is is a UX designer with so years experience in doing this and this and this and that. You understand? On your bio, on your profile, ensure that you use you are able to brag as much as possible. Let me use that word.
mm.
Ensure you're able to brag as much as possible. Let people know that this is what I do. There is no need for you to be humble or try to reduce what you can do or your capabilities. So on your
Let, let,
bio,
let me
let
let me take you on that. You say
okay.
I will need to brag,
Yes, sir.
and you know what social media is now today. You know the bane of social media today is show off. I I will dress up, take a good studio pic, and place it there. Now, what if I am not able to deliver that way? Like we've had many guys over and over again drop down their
Yes,
ratings with poor
yes.
job.
I was going to come to that. So it is
Okay,
not enough for you, it's not enough for you to say you can do this when you don't actually. So you
do
must be
that.
able to
Okay.
must be able to have the content. You understand? You must be able to have those things. You must be able to deliver those things that you say you can do.
Mm,
Like for your full stack engineer, and in his profile or his or her profile, he just puts I am a full stack engineer on his bio. That does not make sense. You understand? On your bio, what
mm,
the only thing that we can see there is I am a full stack engineer. Anybody can be a full stack engineer. You understand? So what is that thing that
mm,
differentiates you from other full stack engineers? So let's say, for instance, your own is that uh, you have worked with top tech organizations like Andela. You have worked with organizations like Google or whatever it is, Google or whatever it is. So you should be able to talk about your antecedent, talk about what you have actually done, and while you're talking about it, talk about what you did in those organizations. I think I'm also going to be talking about this more in your experience, which is also on your profile. So, in your experience, in your profile, it's not just enough to say that I worked here and just leave your profile like that. You understand? After putting where you work, it's not just enough to say that I worked at Andela. Just put Andela, put it on your work experience, and that's all. The next thing you should do is that you should be able to put more information there. You should be able to talk about what you did at Andela. What did you achieve at Andela? What were some of the things that Andela, wherever you worked at, what were some of the things that they will remember you for? Let's say, for instance, you can say things like that. You can use things like uh, built a software that was able to do so and so for. You understand? I don't understand what I'm trying. I don't know if you get what we're trying to say.
mm,
You can
mm.
say something
Now
like,
you're
"Oh,
saying I should tie it to job specific role. My experience at a particular project, my experience at a particular event, my experience with a particular team, my job, my work specifically should be tied to role,
yeah,
my performance, results,
yeah,
indicators. Yeah.
yeah."
Okay.
So you don't just say, "I worked at so and so place," and that's all in your job experience. You should be able to say that, okay, at this particular place, this was what I achieved. Look at some of the landmarks I made. Look at some of the success I achieved, so that people will know that, okay, this is someone that is really worth working for us, especially for the tech people. I'm talking basically, especially for the tech people, because
Mm,
the tech space, be it as it may, a lot of persons are coming into the tech space, and getting tech talent is not as easy as we think. Because you are a software engineer does not mean that anybody can just employ you. You understand? It does not mean that anybody can just hand over a gig for you to do, or give you a site, just tell you to build a site for them just like that. You understand? So there are a lot of things that people want to look out for before they can be able to say that, okay, this person uh, is worth us employing. You get? So you are going to be very intentional about that. You are supposed to stand out amongst other persons as a tech person. So having a very wonderful, fully optimized profile, LinkedIn profile, is step ahead in making sure that you are able to get that job or get that gig. So that's for work experience. You should be able to talk about where you work and talk about what you achieved or what you were able to do while you worked in that particular place.
Mm.
So
Wow. Okay.
another important part I would want us to talk about in our LinkedIn optimization process is that we should always try to have recommendations on our profile. Be whether you are an intern, whether you are someone that already have experience, or whether you are someone that is a student. Definitely there will be people that can talk about you. Definitely there should be people that can like that can say something about you while you worked with them. So you can request for recommendations. You can request them to write a recommendation for you on your LinkedIn profile. On your LinkedIn profile, there's a place where you will see add recommendation or request of a recommendation. So you can actually request someone that you worked with closely. It could be your instructor, it could be your teacher, it could be uh, your boss, your supervisor, or whoever that you worked closely with that really know what you are able to do and what you did. Allow them send requests for them to write recommendations for you. Is very important in your profile. uh, as much as possible. Try and get as much as possible. Let people talk about what you can do and what you are capable of doing or what you have done. So that is another very important part of your LinkedIn profile.
Mm. Okay. That.
All right. So so another thing that I would also want us to look at is the skill session. The skill session. There is a part where you have to actually put in your skills. You have to put in what you are capable of doing. You understand? So your skills are, let's say for I'm mostly talking about the tech people. You understand? Even if you are not in the tech space, it's important that you also include that. Let's say, for instance, you are a tech person. The skills that should be on your skill session should not necessarily be Microsoft Office. You get should not necessarily be Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, and all of that. You get those are not necessarily the things that should be on your skill session. The things that should be on your skill session should be something like uh, uh, let's say Adobe XD, that's for designers, Figma for designers, for web developers, something like Node.js, something like CSS, something like HTTPS, and the rest of them. Those are some of the things that are supposed to be on your skill session. You understand? And of course, you're supposed to put soft skills too, communication, people management. That is, if you are very good in people management, of course, put people management, put negotiation skills, put interpersonal relationship, and all of that. So those are some of the things that they are going to be looking at your skills session. Not necessarily things like Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word and all of that. Okay. So you should be able to like let them know what you are able to like deliver.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I got you well
So
there, the
all
skills
right.
you are specific about the tech because that's your constituency. So
Yeah.
is it that Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel, the range of Microsoft applications are no longer needed?
Not at,
Or
not at all.
are you just saying we should take it a notch further and make it more of a higher level tech specific solving skills?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
that's for
saying?
the tech. That's for the tech person. I'm talking about
Okay.
the tech person. For someone that is
Okay.
an accountant, let's say for someone that is an accountant, people need to know that you are good in Microsoft Excel, of course. You understand? You need to
Mm,
put that there. Let's say, for instance, all
okay.
of those for a program manager, all of those agile software and all of that. You need to put them there that you are very that you are very good and you are very good in using those software. You understand? So whatever field you are doing, you need whatever field you are involved in, you should be able to put the skills that are relevant for your field. You get, so you don't have
mm,
to go and be putting skills that are irrelevant to whatever you do. You understand? So you need to be very specific about that. Let people know the skills that you are able to deliver.
okay. Okay, it should be, like I said, specialist based in whatever field you are.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think I should add that it should also border on the currency of the issues in your sector. For instance, if you know that the guys you are targeting, the guys you are looking at, the people you want to work for are not local companies. You are looking at a borderless work environment. So you are targeting Hong Kong, you are targeting Silicon Valley, you are targeting Shenzhen, you are targeting Bangkok. So there's the roles you put there, the skills you put there will not be the ones that will just be the low level, the ones that will reflect your local environment. It should further on what they need there. And I think it should help us. How do we get those ideas? How do I know what Microsoft wants? How do I know what IBM wants and put them on my skill set on LinkedIn? How do I know?
Well, depending on whatever area you are involved in, whatever what they call it now, whatever field you are into, I believe
Yeah.
whatever field you must be very conversant with what they do. You understand? And also on your profile, there's a part where you can actually follow some of these organizations. You understand? You can actually
Wow.
follow these organizations to know what they do, to get news about them, to also know jobs that are available with them. You understand? Let's say Microsoft, you are
Yeah.
following Microsoft and you put notifications on for jobs or their
Mm,
posts. You can actually do that so that you can actually get to know know some of the things that they are offering. You understand? So it's very important that you also follow that up. Now, also you said something about uh, knowing things that are specific to them. You can also add that in your job preference where you say open to jobs. If you are someone that wants
okay.
remote jobs, yeah, if you are someone that wants remote jobs, on your profile you can say you are open to jobs, not just job but remote jobs. And where
Mm,
do you those remote jobs? You can there's a place you can put look at the places that I am open to in for remote
mm,
jobs. You can put more than one location. Let's say Lagos, Abuja, London, US. You can put all of them there under that
okay.
preference. There's a preference, there's a place where you have to actually put the preferences for jobs that you are open to, and they will be send you notifications. If you want email
Mm,
notifications, they can be sending you email notifications. See, now I still get notifications for some remote jobs. You understand? In these that are selected,
wow.
you get important, and you need to follow the people that you have interest in. You understand? You can't be any random person. Let's say it's uh, Google that you're following, or Google you're following. Try and follow them so that you can be getting their. If it's IBM, if it's Cisco, whatever it is, try and follow them, and you'll be getting updates about them. I think that's one thing that is very important, especially for the. I'm using tech people
Mm,
as a baseline for every other. It applies to every other person, whatever the discipline that you are in.
yeah. Okay. No problem. Let's go. Let's move on.
All right. So another part I would also want to talk about is your presence online. Uh, you should be able to try to create content on your profile. Let people know what you do. Talk about your current state. If you are doing any project, you are doing any learning, or you are learning anything, put it there on your profile. Let people know that this is what I'm doing. This is what I want to achieve. Just create content about around your space. Understand? Let people know you. for a particular space that you are doing, that you are involved in. Especially like say you are in tech, always create content around tech, create content about your work, create content about the things that you normally do on a day to day around your space. Then also, you can also engage people's posts, engage people's posts. Let's say someone like a Big Gates posted something, engage the post, even if it's not even Big Gates, if it's someone that is in tech space, follow as much people that are in the space. You understand? Follow as much people that
mm,
are in this space. Connect with them. Sorry, the word to use on LinkedIn is actually connect and follow. You can connect with them. You understand? Connect with them as much as possible. Connect with as much as possible persons you
possible.
can on LinkedIn. If you can get to
Mm,
500, good for you. 500 plus, good for you. Follow them. Follow their engage with their posts. Understand? It's not just enough to be on LinkedIn and you are not going there. You are not seeing what is happening. You are not liking people's posts. You are not commenting on people's posts. You are not creating content. You are just there. Nobody will contact you. People need to see that okay, this person, this is what this person is interested in. This person is following this person. This person is interested in things around web development, around product design, around digital marketing, and all of that. So people need to know what you are interested in. You understand? So, like I said at the beginning, it is not a
mm,
place where you go and post your fashion things unless maybe you are
mm,
a fashion, unless maybe you are a fashion business person, or that's your career part or professional part you get. So it's not a place where you just go and post your random pictures and say, "Thank God it's Friday," or for instance, you just post,
mm,
"This was how I look like today," and all of that. It's not a place where you go and do all of that. You can go and do all of that on your Instagram and the rest of them. But LinkedIn is for professionals, it's for serious minded people. You understand? People can contact you
yeah.
from there based on what they see. If they see that you actually portray what they portray what they want, they will definitely contact you and they will definitely reach out to
Now,
you.
now, when you
So
talk about creating content, that has to do with post, right?
yes,
And
yes.
it's intellectually driven, a large part of it. So why would I just create content just to be seen, just to be visible? Why?
All right.
Tell me.
Definitely you won't be creating non let's say a post without sense, for instance. Definitely you should be posting something that is intellectual that people can relate with. Let's say for instance, you are a web developer or you are a web designer. You understand? You can post something like let's say you are working on a project. You can post it on your LinkedIn and say, this so and so, this is a sample of what I am presently designing. You understand? You can just post it.
Mm,
You can post it on your LinkedIn profile. This is what I'm
mm,
presently designing. You understand? I'm looking at gaining more experience in this field. You understand? You can just
mm,
post something
mm,
random,
mm.
but it's making
That
sense.
that that that's huge. That's great. So
Get
I think I will pick up that because I know it's a job. It's a serious work creating
yeah,
content, like appearing online to put stuff there. It's not easy, which makes plagiarism to plummet, like to grow in quantum and leaps. People will copy from others just to make sure that they show up. So what do you say
yeah.
about that when you go online and you find your work on someone else's timeline? What do you do? Like
It
your
depends.
personal experience. Have you seen that before? Has that happened to you before?
I've not really experienced it. Someone putting up my own work online. I've not really experienced that. But on a serious note, if someone does that, the person is liable to be sued, especially for tech property, intellectual property. Let's say, for instance, you are working on a particular design and someone
Mm,
copied this design. If you have
mm.
every you are if you have every legal banding, you can actually sue the person. But let's say
Now
for random,
that's a caveat.
yeah,
That's the caveat. If you have a legal binding, what if you have not registered?
that's the
There's
problem.
nothing to.
There's basically nothing you can do. So if you have a legal
Mm,
binding, you can actually sue the person. You get, but it's not
okay.
so. It's not something that is. It's not something that is so so rampant in the tech space, unless maybe you are
Mm,
talking about someone copying your. It's going to be very rare for someone to go to copy your whole design. Let's say for instance, as a UX designer, only when you give the person access to your design, like link to your
mm,
design, you understand that the person can be able to copy. You can't just copy someone's design by just looking at, let's say, landing page picture that the person just posted on. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to
mm.
say. Let's say the
Yeah, I
landing
get that. I get that.
page of what I'm designing. I just posted it. I just post the picture on my post, and I say this is what I'm working on. Nobody can copy that. You understand? It will
Mm,
not be something easy to copy, because you can't be able to copy it. You can't be able to copy the landing page and copy every other thing the person is doing, unless the person gives you access to
okay.
the whole it. It's not really easy to copy intellectual property for tech people, but it's I'm not going to deny the fact that it exists, but it's not like so rampant.
So intellectual property owners to get them registered,
Sure, of
get them
course.
tied, some legal things like that, just to make sure that you are safe. And
Yeah.
a lot of startups will fall victim in this new normal to this phenomenon of not being able to have a strong legal aspect of their business. They over time they overlook it. Most of the fintech fell prey to this. Sometimes they would say it's the big bank. Sorry, pardon me. The big financial organizations, the former ones, the older generation banks that are in charge of the perils of the fintech. But I would beg to disagree partially to some extent. They are able to do their assignment, the laws of the land, and know where they could be able to tie up certain things like follow block the loopholes. They won't always fall victim. Yeah, I think start for that now. Let me ask you this question. I I run my business in the informal sector. I'm not a
Okay.
techie guy,
Okay.
and I'm looking to grow. I'm looking to scale. I'm that random guy that comes from the village. I get to serve my master, and today I'm free. But I want to run my business that would, yes, one way or the other, incorporate tech tools. What would you advise me? What would I be doing on LinkedIn? Like, would I leave my business if my truck is on Tinker? Would I start doing LinkedIn? How do I optimize visibility on LinkedIn when my trucks, my tanks are in a proper work?
So whether you are on whatever you do, you can actually find a niche for yourself on LinkedIn. You understand? But like I said earlier, LinkedIn is more especially for professionals, like people that are involved in a particular profession, or you understand, you are a professional person, you are a career person, you understand. It is more for
Of
them.
course, of course, of course,
Everybody,
business is professional. It may be in
you
the
understand.
informal sector, but it's professional. You agree
So
with me, right?
so everybody can always find a niche for themselves in on LinkedIn, provided you have a good a profile that people can actually see and know what you do. That's just the bottom line. So whatever you are
Okay.
doing, and actually have a LinkedIn profile, provided you are able to optimize the profile, people will definitely see you. Be it whether you are a market woman in the market or whatever it is. If you say you want to create your profile on LinkedIn, people will see you, and people that want to contact you will contact you. You understand? People, there are some persons that are uh, people that are, how do I put it now? Speakers, motivational speakers. You understand? Some motivational speakers, not that they have one special job or one special career they are doing. They are just motivational speakers. Some of them who have followers more than people that are in a particular profession on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
You understand?
So
What
what's the
they
secret to that? What's the secret to that followership? Is it that they optimize or they paid for the space or what?
they have one of their strong points is good content. Good
Mm.
content, very good content. Nobody can deny a very good content. If I see a very good content on LinkedIn, there's no way I will not follow up that person. You
Would you
understand?
say good content or popular content? Popular
No,
ideas. You say content or popular ideas?
content. Good content was what I said. If, for instance, I'm a motivational speaker and I say something like, and I just curate something about my life, I just talk about something about my life, and then I said that okay, I started with 1 naira in my account, and now I have $1 million
Don't go
in my
there. Don't go
because
there. Don't go there.
I was able
Don't
to
go
do
there.
because I was able to do so and so thing and all of that. Okay, let's say the person is saying the right thing. Let's say it actually happened to the person. I want to know about the person. I will want to follow the person. I will want to I will be motivated. That's the word I will use. I will be motivated to
That's
follow
it.
the
That's
person.
it.
And
Yeah.
funny enough,
Good. Good
this person,
success stories.
some of
Success
these persons
stories motivate.
exactly. So some of these persons normally get speaking gigs. Call them to come and speak. They call them to come and do launching on it. They call them to so that's just it. Why some of them they become influencers. You know, doctors, they are not lawyers, they are not web designers, they are not UX designers, they are not whatever. They are
Now,
just people.
now this is
They are
getting more interesting. Don't you
that's
think
just that's just it.
motivating speaking it's a career on its own? It's a job.
Yeah,
Having that power of oratory, having the ability to communicate, to speak, to hold people spellbound, to pass information, it's a strong skill. I must
exactly.
agree.
Uh,
And human beings connect
an example
very
guy.
strongly with stories,
Yeah,
with stories.
storytelling.
And
Yeah,
yes, we connect strongly with stories. Stories that have bearings to problems and challenges that were scaled over with
yeah.
time. These stories that create pictures that are relatable to people's everyday life. Now, I will need to ask you, do you think the other guys who do not have followership, do not have good content, let me borrow your word, good content, or is it that they are not able to use that angle of storytelling? They're not able to maximize the tool of storytelling.
Like I said, everybody have their own niche. Everybody should have their own niche. The guy that is a motivational speaker, I might not be able to write like him. You understand? My own market, my own niche might not be people that just want to hear stories. You understand?
Mm,
My
mm,
niche
mm.
might be people that want to see skills. Might be people that want to see, oh, this guy is good. This guy is a very good digital marketer. Is a very good so and so. This is what the person is doing. Look at what this person is doing. I think I should follow this person and all of that. You know, so everybody have their own niche. The motivational speaker definitely will be someone that can create good content, of course. You understand?
Mm.
If you are a digital marketer, if you can create good content, wow, it's a plus for you. If you are a web designer, you can create good content, it is a plus for you. You understand? But all I'm saying is that everybody have their niche and everybody can maximize their LinkedIn profile for their own good based on their based on whatever they do or whatever career space or whatever they do. You understand? So it's different space for different types. So everybody have their own part. Everybody have their own role that they want to play. If you want to have followership on LinkedIn, hmm, just post good content. Simple.
Mm.
Post good content. Post good content. Have a good profile. Set up your profile very well. For the few steps I've given, the few tips I gave, those are just few tips. I cannot be able to finish all the tips that you need to be able to maximize your LinkedIn profile or optimize your LinkedIn profile. But those few ones are some of the basic ones that you really need to get your profile on, up, up and
Up and
going,
running.
up and
Yeah.
running. So these are just few of them that you actually need. There are so many things that you need to do to be able to optimize your profile. Understand? And most of them might even need someone to like put you through. You understand? Someone that is very good in it to put you through and all of that. So, but those ones I just mentioned are basic ones you just need to set your profile going.
Now that takes us to the place of learning, needing someone to help put you through. Now, how do you help people? I need to optimize my LinkedIn profile. This conference would not serve all I desire to be able to get to that point of my career where I can get referrals, where I can get jobs, recommendations from LinkedIn. How can you help me out with that? Can you give us an insight into your job, your work as a LinkedIn, let me say LinkedIn optimizer for clients? How can you help us with that?
For LinkedIn optimization, I normally tell people that if you want me to do your LinkedIn optimization, it has to be something that you'll be seeing me, I'll be seeing you. It has to be something that you are going to be hands on. You understand? It's going
Hmm.
to be hands on. It's going to be something that you are going to be doing the editing, you are going to be doing everything as it goes. You understand? It's not something that you just come and tell somebody this is how you do it, this is how you do it, and that's all. You understand? So there are persons that does LinkedIn optimization. I myself I does LinkedIn optimization for people, individual.
Hmm.
I do training. I also do training for organizations. Let's say people that want to, let's say for students that want to optimize their profile, or for individuals that want to optimize their profile. I do a kind of a customized session for them where they can be able to like uh, optimize their profiles effectively.
Hmm. Wow, wow. Very interesting. So, before the question I asked, I think your submission on that area of content development makes it pertinent that whoever is an audience this conference, whoever attended this conference, whoever will have to see this video clip should know that content development is a necessity. This is
Very,
why we call age. This is why we call this age the age of knowledge, the knowledge economy,
yeah,
where what you know would keep you ahead of your peers. And to take it a step further, how you're able to curate that, how you're able to package that keeps you ahead of your peers, your competition. And
yeah,
I think that's what LinkedIn optimization uh, is about.
yeah. So I would like to add this. I would like to add this. Uh,
Mm,
uh, Whatever you are doing, let people know about it. You are using LinkedIn
mm,
as you are using LinkedIn especially for you that is in the professional space. Please
mm,
do not water down what you know or what you can offer. Try as much as
mm,
possible to bring content out there. Let people know what you can do. Let people know what you are capable of doing. Let people know what you are doing. Let people know even if you are open to job. Um, there was one I saw online recently. The young man just posted his certificate. He got a
mm,
first class. He got a first
mm,
class, and he posted the certificate on LinkedIn, and he said that uh, I am a fresh graduate of so and so university. I graduated with with 4.5 at University of so and so, and look at some of the things that I passed through in making sure that I was not having someone that supported me. In, you should be able to appeal to people's emotion. You get what I'm saying? The person said that
mm,
he said that before he was able to get admission, he suffered and all of that, and now he finally got the first class in whatever, and now he's open for jobs. That was all he did. Then he posted, then he posted the picture, then he posted the picture of his first class certificate. Guess what happened?
now,
A
uh,
lot of a lot of persons were interested in that young man right from the content, right from the comment section.
now, Daily. I need to say something here. Now, that there is no job experience there. It's just a fresh graduate, like you said.
He does not have any
Pe-
experience.
People were hooked because of the human angle story, the
Yeah.
touching story, his experience.
Hmm.
But he's not the only
Yeah.
one who had that story. So you are trying
Yes.
to tell us that his ability to project that pain of his. He used it to appeal to people. Now, there may be some other guy at the comment section who may be having pity, but has passed through similar circumstances, and he's not able to project that story. In fact, he may have more data than the guy who posted, but he's not able to project his story because he just feels, is there any need to tell people my condition now? Is there any need to tell people what I've passed? You know? So are you saying we should start appealing to emotion?
No. That's not the whole idea. What I'm saying is that where I started from was that you have to that guy now, his own was that he graduated. You understand? And he created a story around his graduation. You understand? It could be that your own was that you did not have school fees, or you were able to get school fees. Your own could be that you passed away. You were not able. You didn't feel that you will be able to like get a first class because of how you started. You understand? It could be anything, just content around create something around that your degree. Don't be surprised. Someone that got a 2-1, someone that got a 2-1, that got a 2-2 can also do the same thing. And people will say connect to the person based on how the person wrote, based on the content that the person wrote. You understand? The person can say, okay, I was in school, I went to do, let's say, web development. I could not finish 300 level. I went to learn web development. Now I am graduating with a 2-2 and a certificate in web. Are you getting it now? And now I'm open for jobs. You get what I'm trying to say? So whatever content you are making, is very important that your content, you are intentional about your content. You get what I'm saying? You are very, very intentional.
Well, be intentional. Now, being intentional, it's not just being on LinkedIn, having a LinkedIn profile. Being intentional stems from personal self, from the self, from inner self. I can't just appear and be able to be intentional on LinkedIn and know what to post and be able to regulate that post. What do you say about that aspect of beyond the hard skills, beyond the tech skills, beyond the fashion skills, beyond the acting skills, beyond the everyday job skills? What do you have to say about the soft skills? Because I would wish the company or the individual or organization that hired that young man well when he comes in to their company, because his story brought him there, his experience, the way he was able to project his story brought him into the company. But I think the soft skills he doesn't have, like they say, will take him out of the company.
Exactly.
Edge him out. Yeah.
So basically,
what would you say about that?
So basically, the people will not see your soft skills. You understand? People will not see your soft skills on your profile. Like, let's say for instance, team play. People will not see it that you are a team play. You are a team player. You understand? Unless maybe you start working with people and all of that. You understand? So on your own, you should be able to consciously work on that. Your ability to be able to work with people. If you have good negotiation skills, if you have an interpersonal relationship, you have to be able to personally. People must have already told you that, oh, this is one area that you are good at, and this is one area you are not good at. You have to be able to consciously work on all of those, all of that. You know, let's say for instance, you don't have a good team playing spirit. You need to be able to like work with people, even if it's not a full-time job. Just do a project with people and see how they are able to like relate with you. You understand? And listen to what people will say about what you, especially when you are working with people. Hear what people want to say about you. People will not, like I said, people will not see your LinkedIn people, your LinkedIn audience, they will not see those soft skills, those communication skills.
Yeah.
And they will not see it. You understand? but you on your own, you have to constantly work on them. That okay, these skills I need them to be able to like keep me in whatever organization I find myself.
Yeah. Mm. Very interesting. So I would like to, before we wind up, could you tell us one or two tools that we can use to optimize our LinkedIn profiles? Tools like helping us with posting. I may want to post daily by 7 a.m. Yes, because of the audience I want to reach out to. But I may not be able to have my fingers on my keypad at 6:59 daily. So is there a tool? Is there any direction it could help us so we can know how to do that?
I don't really
How do you,
understand. Are you talking about timing?
from your personal experience,
Okay.
what tools do you use to automate the processes of optimizing LinkedIn?
You don't
Is there a
really. I
tech
don't.
tool?
No, there's no specific tool that you need for that, unless maybe you are working with an organization as a social media, what they call it, as a social media personnel. You understand? It's only when you are working with an organization as a social media personnel that they have some tools that actually automate posts and all of that. I cannot really answer some of those tools now. That is, if you are working as a social media person with an
Okay.
organization, there are
Now
some
you
tools
can
that.
give us that. I think I may want to apply that to make sure I use it to. So what I post on LinkedIn, I can as well post it on Facebook, right? I can post on Twitter, right?
Yes, yes.
So
There are some automated tools like softwares that they normally
yeah,
use
yeah,
as a social media person.
yeah. Is there anyone you could help us with, like a suggestion?
I can send those ones later on. I can't really lay hands
Oh,
on.
that would be great. Okay, okay. So our audience would have that posted at the bottom of this video on Facebook and on YouTube as they wake up to watch it. Wow. Thank you very much. It's been a 57 productive 57 minutes with Dele Fayemi. I never expected we would get this long, but you know how time flies. But we've been able to maximize this time in trying to, you know, gain inroad into optimizing LinkedIn for top ranking visibility in the new normal. We'll be hosting you alongside two other guys on a panel session on the last day of this conference, and I hope you will be there,
All right, I look
just
forward
like
to
this.
that.
Yeah, so, but we'll be needing you to tell us something about the metaverse. You know, how are we going to be visible in a place where we now buy land, digital land? No, this is not a physical land where we operate. We now buy and sell with digital currencies. You know,
Mhm.
I think you'll be there to help throw more light on that. Once
All
again,
right,
thank you, Dele Fayemi,
thank you very much.
professional product designer out of the city of Lagos, the soft skills trainer who has made us understand that LinkedIn is not just a social media platform, but a professional website where you build that rapport with your audience to make sure that you're able to stand out in whatever field that you operate on. You made us understand that the need for power words in our profile. Power words like specialist, expert, senior, and experienced, and a whole lot of other terms that you read out that will help sell our profile. We also talked about having a catchy bio that should boast of words that sends messages rather than portraying humility in your field. I've also referred to your antecedents on your job. He explained the experience, the need for us to tie our work to the performances we carried out in the place of job or job that we were before or the ones we are doing currently. Those could have to do with our successes, that talks about the problems at a job or at a project we executed and how we're able to solve them. You also ask that we be very intentional about asking for recommendations from superiors, from colleagues, from family members, and that there's a space on our LinkedIn profile for that to happen. A place for skills as well, skills that are very relevant to the field that you want to be operating on. Being intentional in this space, in the space of social media, in LinkedIn, cannot be overemphasized. So you wouldn't be targeting or looking out for jobs in the tech scene, and you are putting things that are just on the surface, skills that are based on mere appreciation, skills that will not stand you outside your peers. He gave a case study of a guy who posted content on LinkedIn, tying it around his flight from school and as well attaching a picture of his certificate from school, which gives us the lesson that we should tie our content around a problem. Human beings respond to stories, and the story the guy told fetched him not just attention on the comment section, but a job, which he may have to get the luxury of choosing from the numerous uh, reach outs that came his way on that day. In building soft skills, daily advice that we look at engaging people, relating with people. We may say this is a new normal. We may say it's a borderless work. It's a work environment. We may say that the remote work scene, it's virtual. You don't need to be in the office to work, but you still need communication skills. One day you will need to interact with people. You will need to apply soft skills in these interactions online. And he emphasized that in making sure that this comes to play, making sure that you have soft skills that will help you in standing out, you need to work with people. You need to do jobs. You need to get to execute projects. You need to have experience, human experiences that will help you make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we cut out LinkedIn and zoom into it instead of just going generally on social media or digital marketing was that a lot of attention is paid to Instagram, creating content, making skits, making wonderful quotes on Facebook, adding beautiful pictures, making live videos on Snapchat and a lot of them on TikTok. A lot of attention are there, but we seem to leave out LinkedIn most of the time. We seem to look at, oh, it's just for the corporate guys, the guys with the professional qualification. But today, Dele Fayemi has been able to help us water that that idea. He has broken it down, and he didn't base it on your degrees, your educational qualification. He tied it around identity. So if you want to be visible in the new normal, in the metaverse that we've transited into, you must be very, very intentional in optimizing your LinkedIn profile. That said, till I come your way again, thank you very much for joining us, and
Thank you very much.
we hope you keep it next time. Bye.